So I'm in here in front of the courthouse with my sign, and I just had the two court officers see me put my sign up, and I just ended up basically talking to one of the public defenders that just came in, and I gave him a pen, and he said that they're on the corner of Judson and Court on the second floor for the public defender's office. So I might bring some pens up there to them, and see what, just give them some pens, I guess. But there's really not a whole lot going on here, and but my sign reads pretty good. Yeah. So I'm in front of the courthouse. This is 19 courts. But I don't know, who's all going to be coming through here. But, I'm not afraid. I was a little nervous with the whole officers coming around or whatever. But the chief of police of Canton said that I could be up here as long as I don't block the sidewalk. Oh man, nobody's out here. The parking lot's full, so that means the courts are pretty busy today. So, and I hear that train. That train reminds me so much of prison, but there's always railroad tracks around the prisons. Hello. How you guys doing? You don't want to be here? Yeah. Well, hopefully the judge will be pretty decent. Today's Gideon Day, which is how we got indigent attorneys. Yeah. What do we got? We got the sheriff. Number 129. I don't know how this is going to turn out today. But I'm not only doing this for myself, but I'm doing it for my daughter Ruth and my family, that I can get exonerated of this charge. And today is Gideon Day, which is for public pretenders or defenders. But hello. So, I don't know what's going to happen today. I know I mentioned it already, but I ordered these signs. Well, one of the signs I ordered last year, and the sign I ordered this year, the Gideon one. And, you know, I don't know. I know that our country's in terrible dire strait with these judges that are mostly Democrat, left-wing nuts. And in my county, I have Judge Story. Yeah, I have law enforcement walking the parking lot. And these are the same ones that walked and talk, walked right by and see my sign. Hello. Yeah, you can see the officers out there walking around the vehicles. I'm gonna continue videoing. I don't know if I don't want to have opposition, but I was told by the chief of police in Canton that I could congregate here, so how you doing, officers?
Good, you?
Doing good. Celebrating Gideon Day. It's how we got our Indigent Defense Council, the United States Supreme Court, 1963, Gideon versus Wainwright.
Oh, okay.
So today's Gideon Day, which is for the public defenders and conflict defenders, and that's the 18th of March. So we're celebrating that today.
All right.
And then, of course, we're also talking about, for the 50-something years, no one's raised the income for inmates. So, they have denial access to the court because they can't afford the documents in order to pay for them to be sent to them, for them to have access to the court.
Okay.
Yeah, but I talked to the chief of police in Canton, and he said that as long as I don't block anybody's walkway, or as long as I'm peaceful, I'll be fine. I see you guys walk around like, oh yeah, there you go.
No, we're just doing perimeter.
Yeah, that's
we
awesome.
usually do a couple of them a day.
That's awesome. Yeah, but yeah, I just gave a pin to the public defender's office. And I know you guys are officers, but you are officers of the court.
All right, thanks, man.
There you go,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
And those are Gideon versus Wainwright, the pens for 1963 Supreme Court. Okay. So I'm legit.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if you can give one to the judge.
Yeah,
but
he can't give anything to the judge, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Yeah, I just gave some to the public defender's office and stuff and all. But that's the case that's cited for the Supreme Court.
Okay.
He wrote right from his prison cell a letter to the Supreme Court Justice Black, and he said that all defendants should have an attorney. So here we are.
Awesome.
Yeah. But
Definitely.
I'll be here until 12, and then I'm leaving. Okay. So, I just want to let you guys know where I'm at on that.
Yeah,
so.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, and I had an opportunity to speak to one of the public defenders. He was pretty cool. He's like, everybody knows what Gideon versus Wainwright is. It's the Supreme Court ruling. So
no, I didn't know there was a Gideon Day.
Yeah, Gideon Day, it's for public defenders and conflict defenders, and for the defense. Awesome. And then Clarence Earl Gideon, he was charged for breaking into a pool hall in Florida. And he asked for an attorney to be representing him, and he was denied by the court. So he represented himself, called witnesses, was found, cross-examined, and they gave him 5 years in prison. So from his prison cell, he wrote a letter to the Supreme Court justice saying that he believes that by law he should have an attorney assigned to him because he can't afford one. And they were hesitant to look at it, and then they finally looked at his case, and they said every person should have an attorney. But in Florida, the only one that could get an attorney is capital crimes.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why that was the only people that had everybody else was exempt from having an attorney. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll let you guys get back in there.
I appreciate it.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Hello. Oh. Hello. Doing good. Huh?
5 cents, right?
What's that?
It's 5 cents if it's even that much.
Yeah, for inmates, yeah. My name's James Rocha.
How you doing, sir?
Glad to meet you, brother. Yeah, today's Gideon Day, which is, I don't know if you know much about Gideon.
No.
Gideon was arrested in 1961 in the state of Florida.
Right.
And he was accused of breaking into a pool hall.
Right.
And what happened they arrested him, put him in jail.
Right.
And they put him before a judge.
Right.
And the judge he asked the judge if he could have an attorney assigned to him because he had a right to a counsel.
Right.
Well, they said that only capital punishments could get an attorney. So he went and he represented himself, called witnesses,
Right.
cross-examined witnesses, and even though he put up a good defense, they found him guilty, and they gave him 5 years in prison.
Okay.
So what happened was Gideon ended up going to prison, and from his prison cell, he wrote a letter to Supreme Court Judge Black on the United States Supreme Court during that time.
Right.
And in March the 18th, 1963, they actually ruled in Gideon's favor. They heard his case and they ruled it.
Right.
And they said that now that every person is entitled to counsel if they can't afford it.
Right.
So that's Gideon, and that's today. So the Supreme Court heard it on, they made their ruling on March the 18th, which is today,
Right.
in 1963. So 62 years ago, they actually made a ruling on this case.
Okay.
And I actually went to prison myself, so I found myself in a bad, with my attorney that I had, and I didn't have a very good attorney.
Yep.
That's
one of the issues a lot of people I've heard talk about, that public defense is subpar.
Yeah. So the public defender, I was represented by the conflict defender's office here in St. Lawrence County, and their second class, the first class is the public defender's office. So I got the St. Lawrence County conflict defender's office representing me, and she became a witness against me at sentencing. She said, I believe my client knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily took a plea that day, and I didn't coerce him to take the plea. So the day of my jury selection, the morning of my jury selection, they had me plea out, and I tried to withdraw my plea at sentencing with my letters, and the judge was not going to entertain it. She said he's off to prison. But the appellate division, in my case, the appellate division said that my attorney became a witness against me.
Right.
And she should have been reassigned, and the counsel should have been reassigned to withdraw the plea.
Right.
But they didn't. But I forgot your name again. My name is James. Sam, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I'm doing a thing for... yeah, did you get a pin yet?
No.
That is for you.
Thank you.
That says Gideon versus Wainwright. It's a Supreme Court Justice ruling of 1963. But I'm giving out pins to the people that come by, and I'm in the process of about to start up my own YouTube.
Okay.
Because I believe in this country, the freedom of speech, people are not exercising it. They're not exercising. I mean, the Democrats said that it was a privilege. Well, the conservatives say that it's a right. It's your First Amendment. So I'm protesting that our judicial system needs to stop tipping the scales of justice. And what I mean by tipping the scale of justice is the prosecution has unlimited funds to prosecute you.
Right.
And the defense has to ask for permission to get expert witnesses to pay for them, testing. So the court usually will say no if it costs money to get, professional witnesses, expert witnesses, and also things for proper testing. Maybe the defendant had a mental break or was under influence.
So, can I offer you a bit of information?
Yeah, go ahead.
That can help you in your journey.
Go ahead.
The reason why this system overall is flawed, because it was never designed for any type of justice.
Right.
The policing and judicial system was literally put in place to maintain slavery.
Yeah, I agree with
Plain and
that.
simple.
I agree with that.
So as a result, it's an unfortunate thing to say it this way, but since it's designed to have kept people of color down, just by the nature of the beast, everybody else gets caught up in it.
Right.
But this stuff has been going on long before there was any two-party division or anything of that. It was a simple matter of, money.
Right. It's about money.
And
Right.
that's what it boils down to. What needs to happen, plain and simple, is that the larger system,
Right. The bigger system overall.
the larger system has to be redone.
Right.
Plain and simple. Right now, our system is a cap. Basically, prison industrial system is designed to give cheap labor across the board.
Right.
And
they're on the NASDAQ.
Yes, again,
Courthouse.
It's all big business.
Yeah.
But that then pushes. So then you have to figure out what is like the actual. Where can we actually make a difference?
Yeah.
And one of the ways we can make a difference, a lot of people are actually forgetting this, and this is why I said this is beyond bipartisan.
Right.
Or any kind of political share. It's Citizens Unite.
Right.
That we the people.
Hello.
You can look at TYT, check your door about this. But he has started a program, Wolfpack, to help, because you can actually do this legally as regular citizens.
Right.
We can actually put together our voices and our vote to overturn this legislation.
Yeah.
And get rid of Citizens United. Because once Citizens United is gone, then there's no more bribing openly politicians. And when politicians don't get bribed, then hopefully the people's voices can be heard. They can actually elect people to help them make things happen.
Right.
That is something, like you're talking about your case. It's very important that we get all this money out
It's a bunch of bureaucrats too, bro.
Right, but the
Bureaucrats,
but
yeah.
Those bureaucrats are there because our votes and our voices don't count.
Right.
The people that have the money,
They count.
they count.
Right.
That's who they're representing. They're not representing you or me.
Right.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like this is the thing that has to be acknowledged.
Right.
We have to stop with the divisions of bipartisan culture war, all of it.
Right.
We have to stop that for a moment.
Yeah.
Like, actually look at everything that's happening. It's because everybody got caught up in right, left, right, wrong, etc.
Right.
As opposed to what are your real issues? Who's really at fault?
And you know what surprises me though is that in this country you would think that. Have you ever heard of a guy that was Swami? He is actually running for governor for Ohio. His name is. He basically had it where he says that every person that is in the education system in Ohio is going to learn the Constitution in the early grades of their education.
Okay.
So, and the thing about it is people don't, you ask people, what is the Fifth Amendment? What is the First Amendment? The Second Amendment? They don't have a clue.
No, the basic understanding, but that on the same note, again, there are bigger forces at play, and those forces have to do with money because when
if you lock somebody up,
I'm
if
talking
you
research the actual education system,
yeah,
it was originally started and funded by Carnegie and Ford for the sake of producing functional and culpable employees. It was not designed to educate people.
right,
And that's one of the reasons, and it's gotten worse. Like in the beginning it was okay,
yeah,
but once it really got standardized, it kept getting to the point where they're making people dumber so that they can easily manipulate them to just do a job.
right,
In other words, just do a job, and you don't grow, you don't learn, and you stay where you are.
you become stagnant.
Exactly. And as long as that is the case, where people, like, I'll give you a perfect example of how the lack of education is destroying us, right? Before I go, because I gotta go.
Oh no.
It's like the simple term, woke.
Woke. Yeah.
It makes no sense that they've turned it into a slur when all it represents is educating on actual, like, historical facts. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, why is that a bad thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's good and bad in history.
Right. Right.
Plain and simple. Like, nothing is perfect. There wasn't anyone that was right.
Right.
There was always the other side to a story. And what is wrong with knowing that?
Right. Do you know in this country you can still represent yourself, but if you do, you don't have protection from the government on ineffective assistance of counsel. You know that, right?
Yes.
You can represent yourself
There's
if you do. Yeah, but it's like
there's a bunch of loopholes that benefit you because, again, the system is not designed for justice.
it's not.
It is designed. It was designed as a system of oppression, and basically other people besides the target demographic started getting caught up in the system, and that's why you have it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you look at it that way, that'll make the biggest difference.
All right, awesome. You have a good day, brother. God bless you. Yeah, look up that case. You'll find it online. It's on the pin. So we're out here still, and had a very intellectual discussion with this gentleman earlier. But some people are walking behind the sign. Some people actually were reading the sign. One person did. But, just for the camera, this is what it says. And it's supposed to be how much is a New York State inmate hourly wage. It's supposed to be A instead of N. Oh. Hello. Hey, how you doing? I'm giving out pins. Today's Gideon Day, which is where the Public Defender's Office and Conflict Defender's Office represent inmates and represent people with that has no money for attorneys. That's Supreme Court Justice ruled in 1963 with Gideon, and at that time he didn't have an attorney and they wouldn't give him one. So now, by law, every U.S. citizen or even alien has a right to an attorney if they can't afford one. And so that's the ruling for 1963 United States Supreme Court. And he wrote that letter right from his prison cell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually had it where Gideon was charged in 1961 in the state of Florida for breaking into a pool hall. And when he was arrested and put in jail, he ended up going before the judge for his arraignment. And he asked the judge to appoint counsel to him. And at the time, the judge said that only people that got attorneys given to them was for capital crimes. And so he had to represent himself. And he cross-examined witnesses and stuff like that. And he put on a good defense. But ultimately, they found him guilty at his trial and gave him 5 years in prison in the state of Florida. And so from his prison cell, he wrote this letter to the Supreme Court Justice Black, at the time was on the bench. He's dead now. But he wrote him, and they didn't know if they were going to hear the case. And in the United States Supreme Court, only usually 1 or 2% cases get heard and they make rulings on. So his case, they actually grabbed it and said, yes, that you're entitled to counsel. So they gave him an attorney, and he went back to court, and they acquitted him of the charges. So for me, I got convicted here in 2013 in St. Lawrence County Court, and my attorney was very bad, and wasn't representing me right. So I did 10 years of incarceration, and I seen all this stuff happen right in front of me when I was actually incarcerated. So now I came out hoping to help educate some of the public and say, hey, really, we're supposed to be the freest country in the world, but we have the largest incarceration rate. Right. How many more people are we going to lock up? In this state, we know that Hochul is closing prisons, the governor, but it's getting dangerous because the prisons are being overpacked. So you're having more inmates in less facilities, and you have less officers to accommodate. And they just recently went on strike. They just got off strike, actually. The correctional officers did, and all. But, the thing about it is like inmates are making 5 to 25 cents an hour in prison. They make core craft, which is furniture, desk, lock cabinets and stuff like that. And they sell it on Courthouse, which is Courthouse is on the stock market. So they're using the slave wages of these inmates to make license plates, make chairs, desks for public buildings for non-tax agencies and stuff. and they're only paying the inmate 25 cents an hour to do it, and they're selling it for like $500 to $1,000,
Right.
you know, each unit. So they're making a killing
Yeah.
and stuff. But you know, I know you're probably super busy, but like Governor Cuomo, you remember him? He actually got caught up in his sexual harassment cases, and he should have been a sex offender, and they just told him to resign,
Right.
and he walked away, and now he's trying to run for mayor of New York City. You know, but I know you're busy. It was good talking to you.
Nice meeting you.
You too. You have a good day.
You too.
So I'm rambling on, and I figured I would. But I have to do something, guys. You know, my criminal case that I have is gonna follow me for the rest of my life, and I'm not okay with that, especially with having a daughter and stuff. But yeah, so we're out in front of the courthouse. I got acid reflux. Oh my god, it hurts. And I'm recording still. But I'm not no Charlie Kirk or Vic Ramaswamy or anybody from Turning Point USA, but or even a Candace, you know. And the thing about it is it's, you know, I don't have a news crew here videoing this, so I'm just videoing my own to put it on YouTube, and let people watch it, maybe even some shorts online or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know what platforms I can use to help educate people. I am going to do this once a year, every year, do Gideon Day. And I think next time I'll put it in the newspaper, so I have a newspaper article. But well, I've got more people coming. So, in my case, I had it where I was fighting with my counsel because I didn't trust her because my dad. Hello.
Hi.
Attorneys can't be trusted, and if you don't have trust in your attorney, you're not going to do very well in court. Hello. Hello. How you guys have a good day? Hello. Let me get that door for you. You got it? You have a good day. So there's some big cases going on today apparently because that guy's got a whole handful of briefs and stuff. Nice day out today, isn't it?
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's warm, starting to warm up.
It only took a few months, right?
Yeah, it only took a few months. You have a good day, sir.
You as well.
Hello. Hi, cutie. What's your name? I have a 3-month at home. Yeah, I do. She's growing up so quick. Courthouse. The DMV, no, the DMV is at, do you know where Career Visions is? Or, you know where Stewards is? Well, if you come out here, and you make a left, go all the way through the lights, and you'll see McDonald's, Price Chopper, and then you'll turn right where, between where Stewards shop is. So come out here, make a left, and then you'll find Stewards shop, you know, the gas station. It's on the left of you. You'll turn at that light. You'll go over a set of railroad tracks, and the building is on the right. It's pushed back a little bit.
That's the DMV.
That's the DMV.
They sent us here.
No, the DMV is over there.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it's in a new building. Yeah. So, this is great. Yeah. It's 10:19 in the morning. Oh, they got cameras up there. Haha. I'm on camera, that's funny. More people coming.